I would definitely have to say that one of the more mysterious characters in the Star Wars sequel trilogy has got to be Supreme Leader Snoke. This is Mike Zero. If you guys are new to the channel, do make sure to subscribe to see future Star Wars content. Now, one thing is for certain is that both J.J. Abrams and Chris Terrio are working very hard on the final installment of the Skywalker saga and the Star Wars sequel trilogy itself. A lot of twists and turns and surprises will be heading our way once we go ahead and are able to go ahead and see this movie in late 2019. Now, one thing that a lot of people are really looking forward to in Star Wars Episode 9 has all to do with the revelations that will actually come into fruition in this movie. Now, I wanted to focus in on the character of Supreme Leader Snoke. Now, these past couple of weeks or so, we've been learning a whole lot more about this film when it comes to some of the scene schedules, the concept art and storyboard descriptions, the set leaks and the set designs, etc. One of which has all to do with Supreme Leader Snoke and his lightsaber design. Specifically, a description of a younger Snoke without his injuries to his face, in the same golden robe as seen in The Last Jedi. He stands in a hangar bay overseeing all the ships coming inbound and ships leaving as well. In front of him is a figure kneeling down. In Snoke's hand is a gold-plated lightsaber that is slightly curved and designed for the hilt, very similar to Count Dooku's from the prequel trilogy. The next goes over the saber ignited, spitting a whitish-bluish hue. Ironically, this lightsaber too seems to be unstable for Snoke. Though it is a single blade, there are sparks flying out of the blade itself, indicating that this crystal is also cracked like Kylo Ren's. Now, I wanted to go over a couple of pointers here that really do raise my interest for this character of Snoke and his potential new lightsaber in Star Wars Episode 9. And we've been hearing about this very lightly these past couple of months or so when it comes to the character of Snoke in Episode 9. Now, it's hard to tell if this is either in the form of a flashback or in present time. Now, the thing that would make me think that this is indeed a flashback is that it's described that he has no injuries to his face. However, if he is indeed coming back to life in Episode 9, and by the way, it is possible, Disney made it possible with the latest Darth Vader comic, which I went over just yesterday, that the resurrection of certain Star Wars characters can be done. So, with Supreme Leader Snoke coming back into Episode 9, it could be a flashback, it could be that he's back to life, but this lightsaber design to me sounds pretty cool. How the hilt itself is curved, very much like Count Dooku's, it's got gold plates all over it, and not only that, it is indeed an unstable one, indicating that Snoke's kyber crystal is cracked. Now, why would it be a mixture of blue and white? That's a certain color that I don't believe we have seen on the big screen at all as of yet. A mixture between both blue and white. I can't recall seeing that in the prequel trilogy, so this could absolutely be a brand new hue coming into fruition for Star Wars Episode 9. Now, if you guys ask me, I think the character of Snoke would be a great conduit in a sense in order to bond the characters of Kylo Ren and Rey to take on a greater evil, that of course being Supreme Leader Snoke. Because if they can do that, if they could pull that off, if they could do something crazy like that, where both Kylo and Rey have to take on a greater evil, I think that's probably the most realistic way in order to give Kylo Ren a redemption arc into becoming Ben Solo once again. They could basically play on certain elements from the ending of Return of the Jedi and kind of mix it up a bit where it's an epic battle between three characters, Kylo, Rey, and Snoke. So this lightsaber design, I think that it seems unique, it sounds original, and I think that it really does stand out from all of the other designs. Not just the hilt itself, but the fact that the hue is a mixture between white and blue, almost as if it's like a teal color, and the fact that it's an unstable one, just like Kylo Ren's. And this raises the question for sure. Why would both Kylo Ren's lightsaber and Snoke's lightsaber be unstable in design? It could be that maybe the only kyber crystals that they had were actually cracked, or they were actually trying to make a pure kyber crystal bleed by use of the Force, and it cracked and they used too much power. It could be something around those lines. But as far as Supreme Leader Snoke, I feel like that was one thing missing from the character in both The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi, was the introduction of his lightsaber and showing that he actually also once had a lightsaber in design. Now the thing here is this: we do know that by late 2019 we're going to be getting that Age of Resistance comic line that will be revealing shocking revelations for the character of Supreme Leader Snoke and telling more about his backstory, giving us new details about the character, ironically before Episode 9 drops. It's actually said that this comic line will drop, I believe it's in November of 2019 if I'm not mistaken. It's just very strange to me as to why that would drop before Episode 9. I think that there's some kind of connection there. But overall, guys, I would really love to hear your input below in the comments. And if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
From night